Breaking news from Buckingham Palace. Staff have uncovered a decades-old, long-sealed letter in private archives, described as meant to stay buried. Palace insiders warn that its discovery is so significant that nothing will be the same after this. The letter's contents remain unknown, but the find has triggered immediate internal discussions and speculation across royal circles, hinting at potential revelations that could reshape both historical understanding and contemporary palace dynamics. Palace staff stumble on a forgotten letter. In a startling archival discovery, palace staff recently unearthed a long-sealed, decades-old letter hidden deep within private royal archives. According to sources on Facebook and trending royal news outlets, the letter was believed to be intentionally buried, untouched for generations. It was found inside a sealed envelope passed down through successive royal secretaries, bypassing modern cataloging systems. Staff were stunned, as no reference to the document appeared in contemporary inventories or digital records. The discovery itself was accidental, triggered during a fresh digitization effort aimed at updating and securing archival holdings. Archivists had been scanning routine correspondence when they came across the envelope marked with strict instructions never to open it. Immediate reactions among palace staff ranged from shock to curiosity. Experts note that such finds are rare, and the uncovering of this letter may have implications that extend far beyond the archives themselves. Observers stress that the historical weight of palace letters cannot be overstated. Royal archives are known to contain documents revealing behind-the-scenes decisions, internal conflicts, and intimate details about governance and family dynamics. The fact that this particular letter had never been referenced publicly or catalogued in recent inventories suggests that powerful figures intentionally sought to keep its contents hidden. Its accidental discovery has sent ripples through palace staff and senior advisors alike, prompting whispered conversations and hurried reviews of archival protocols. The unearthing of the letter has already generated speculation among historians, royal commentators, and enthusiasts worldwide. Online forums are abuzz with conjecture about its contents, ranging from internal disputes to undisclosed orders or personal revelations. Analysts emphasize that the letter's mere existence is significant, regardless of whether it is ever opened publicly, because it underscores the monarchy's complex history and the potential for hidden truths to reshape understanding of past events. The discovery serves as a reminder that in royal history, documents long thought buried can suddenly re-emerge, altering both internal and public narratives. With the letter discovered, the palace now faces questions about its contents and significance. In the next section, we examine how this forgotten letter has silenced the palace, the reactions among insiders, and why its existence alone is creating a palpable tension. Understanding the immediate impact provides insight into the gravity of uncovering long-hidden royal correspondence and the potential implications for both historical interpretation and contemporary palace dynamics. The letter that silenced the palace. The discovery of the letter has reportedly silenced Buckingham Palace, creating an unprecedented hush among staff and senior advisors. According to sources on Facebook and palace insiders, the document had never been publicly referenced in any official narrative, remaining strictly sealed for at least 2 decades. Its resurfacing has stunned staff who were unprepared for such a historically significant find, highlighting the rarity of uncovering material that had been intentionally hidden from all modern inventories. Some insiders suggest that the letter could contain revelations capable of reshaping our understanding of key moments in royal history. The deliberate secrecy surrounding the document indicates that influential figures within the monarchy may have wanted its contents forgotten entirely. Historians note that letters of this nature often include personal directives, confidential communications, or behind-the-scenes insights that can shift the historical narrative once revealed. Even the acknowledgement of its existence is causing unease at the highest levels of the institution. The letter's secrecy has amplified the sense of drama and urgency within the palace. Reports indicate that staff who stumbled upon it immediately recognized its potentially explosive nature, prompting informal consultations and precautionary measures. Some palace officials are now said to be assessing the ramifications, considering how its disclosure could impact public perception, internal family dynamics, and broader historical interpretations. The resurfacing of a document intended to remain hidden has introduced a level of tension rarely experienced within the archives. Beyond the palace walls, speculation is growing. The media and royal commentators are already dissecting the story, theorizing about what could be inside. Observers note that the letter has become a focal point for curiosity, historical intrigue, and ongoing debate. Its presence challenges assumptions about what remains private in royal history and underscores the power of archival documents to suddenly alter narratives, even decades after they were originally written. The letter that has long been silenced may now, in effect, begin to rewrite history simply through its discovery. With the palace left in stunned silence, attention shifts to insider reactions and warnings. In the next section, we explore why sources claim that nothing will be the same after this, what palace officials are reportedly saying behind closed doors, and how the discovery could reshape internal operations and the broader understanding of royal history. This context illustrates the gravity of a long-buried letter suddenly resurfacing after decades of secrecy. 3. Nothing will be the same after this. Palace insiders are reportedly describing the discovery of the long-sealed letter as a moment that could change everything. Sources suggest that the contents may be significant enough to rewrite aspects of royal history, prompting palace officials to engage in immediate damage control measures. This is the first time in decades that a document of such magnitude has resurfaced unexpectedly, sending waves of urgency through Buckingham Palace and beyond. The phrase, "nothing will be the same," has become a rallying point among staff and commentators alike. According to trending reports on Facebook and related royal news sources, the letter's accidental unearthing has sparked unprecedented internal discussions. Staff who encountered the envelope reportedly paused their work, fully aware of its historical and potentially explosive significance. Advisors are said to be evaluating the implications, consulting with legal teams, and preparing potential statements, highlighting the weight of the discovery. Experts emphasize that such rare finds are capable of altering both institutional narratives and public understanding of the monarchy. Insiders hint that the letter could contain information with far-reaching consequences, extending beyond the immediate confines of the archives. Analysts note that prior incidents, such as the release of the palace letters, revealed influential decisions and private communications that had previously been hidden from public scrutiny. If this newly discovered letter is of similar scope, it could illuminate previously unknown conflicts, directives, or personal sentiments within the royal household, reshaping historical and contemporary perspectives. Finally, the palace reaction underscores the delicate balance between transparency, privacy, and institutional stability. While the contents remain sealed, the mere awareness of the letter has prompted proactive measures by senior staff. Some insiders describe the situation as a historic inflection point, highlighting the unpredictability of royal archives and the enduring influence of hidden correspondence. The discovery is a stark reminder that even long-buried documents can resurface to challenge narratives, provoke debate, and potentially redefine the monarchy's historical record. With palace sources signaling the potential magnitude of this discovery, the next focus turns to the historic context of what might be inside the letter. In Section 4, we explore past examples of sealed royal correspondence, the types of sensitive information these documents often contain, and how similar finds have previously reshaped historical understanding. This perspective provides insight into why archivists, historians, and insiders are treating this newly unearthed letter as a document of extraordinary significance. What could be in the letter? Royal archives are known for containing documents that shed light on behind-the-scenes decisions, internal conflicts, and personal communications among senior royals. Historians note that letters, like the newly discovered one, often reveal hidden tensions, unpublicized directives, or private sentiments that were deliberately kept from public view. The secrecy surrounding this letter, reportedly sealed for over 2 decades, suggests it may contain information that powerful figures wanted to remain forgotten, heightening its historical significance. Past cases provide context for the potential impact of such discoveries. The palace letters, for example, remained sealed until a court ruling forced their release, revealing hidden influence on government decisions and reframing perceptions of the monarchy's role in political affairs. If the newly unearthed letter contains similar material, undisclosed orders, disputes, or personal revelations, it could significantly alter interpretations of past events. Scholars emphasize that even a single letter can prompt re-evaluation of long-held assumptions about royal priorities and actions. Academics point out that sealed royal correspondence often provides insight into institutional strategy, family dynamics, and leadership decisions. Such documents frequently challenge the official narrative presented to the public, exposing private considerations that influenced policy, ceremonial decisions, or succession planning. The resurfacing of a forgotten letter, therefore, is not merely an archival curiosity. It is a potential historical pivot, capable of changing both scholarly understanding and public perception of the monarchy. Finally, historians warn that the impact of the letter may extend beyond internal palace considerations. Once its contents are analyzed or even partially disclosed, it could influence ongoing debates about transparency, legacy, and the balance between public duty and private discretion in the royal family. By situating this discovery in the context of previous archival revelations, it becomes clear why both palace staff and external observers treat it with such gravity. The letter's potential to reshape narratives underscores the enduring importance of long-buried documents in understanding the British monarchy. With the historic context established, attention now turns to the public reaction and the shockwaves outside the palace. In Section 5, we examine how royal commentators, historians, and online communities are speculating about the letter's contents, reflecting decades of fascination with undisclosed royal secrets. Understanding this external response highlights the broader impact of archival discoveries on both public perception and the ongoing narrative of the monarchy. The shockwaves outside the palace. The discovery of the long-buried royal letter has already sent shockwaves through media and public discourse. Royal commentators and historians are speculating widely about its potential contents, with some suggesting connections to long-rumored internal disputes or undisclosed decisions that have shaped the monarchy behind the scenes. Online forums and social media platforms are buzzing, reflecting the public's fascination with hidden aspects of royal life. The story is trending across royal news communities worldwide, highlighting the enduring allure of secrets within the palace. Public reaction is a mixture of curiosity, excitement, and concern. Analysts note that decades of interest in undisclosed royal correspondence have created a context where any resurfacing document is instantly significant. Fans and historians alike are dissecting every clue available about the letter, from its age to the circumstances of its discovery. The anticipation surrounding its contents demonstrates that even the smallest archival finds can quickly become global talking points, reinforcing the monarchy's role in popular culture and historical intrigue. The letter's emergence also sparks broader discussions about transparency and accountability within the royal household. Commentators speculate on the letter's implications for past decisions, family dynamics, and the public's understanding of royal events. Some suggest it could validate historical rumors or reveal previously unknown influences on key moments in modern British history. As a result, the letter has become not just a private matter, but a topic of international historical and media interest, with potential consequences for how the monarchy is perceived both domestically and abroad. Finally, the rapid spread of information surrounding the letter underscores the power of media and online communities in shaping the narrative before any official statement. While Buckingham Palace remains silent, speculation continues to escalate, with historians and enthusiasts weighing in on possible scenarios. The story highlights how a single, long-buried document can catalyze global conversation, reigniting interest in royal archives and emphasizing the continued relevance of historical documentation in understanding contemporary royal dynamics. With public speculation mounting, the focus now shifts to historical precedents of royal letter scandals. In Section 6, we explore prior instances where sealed communications have altered perceptions of the monarchy, such as the palace letters, and analyze how these events may provide insight into the potential significance of the newly discovered document. This historical perspective helps frame the importance of archival finds and their lasting impact on both palace operations and public understanding of royal history. Possible connections to past royal letter scandals. The resurfacing of a long-buried royal letter inevitably invites comparisons to previous archival scandals that have shaken the monarchy. Perhaps the most notable example is the Palace Letters, a set of confidential communications that remained sealed for decades until a court ruling mandated their release. Once made public, these letters revealed behind-the-scenes influence on political decisions and reframed historical understanding of the monarchy's involvement in government matters. Analysts suggest the newly discovered letter could carry similar significance, offering previously unseen insights into internal dynamics and decision-making processes. Historically, sealed royal correspondence has often contained sensitive information that was deliberately withheld to maintain discretion or protect the crown's image. The Palace Letters, for instance, exposed private opinions and instructions from senior royals that contradicted the public narrative. Scholars highlight that such revelations can alter both historical interpretation and contemporary perception, influencing how the monarchy is viewed domestically and abroad. If the newly unearthed letter contains comparable material, it could similarly reshape narratives of authority, conflict, and influence within the royal family. Royal historians note that these documents also serve as reminders of the delicate balance between secrecy and transparency in the monarchy. Sealed letters are often intended to preserve institutional stability, yet when they surface, they have the potential to provoke debate, reinterpret events, and challenge assumptions about royal actions. The letter discovered in the archives may follow this pattern, offering insights into personal, familial, or institutional decisions that were never publicly acknowledged, highlighting the monarchy's intricate historical layers. Finally, the connection to past scandals underscores the enduring relevance of archival research. Each newly surfaced document reminds historians and the public that the monarchy's history is continually evolving, shaped not only by public acts, but also by private communications. Whether this letter reveals minor details or major revelations, its discovery is a continuation of a centuries-old pattern. Royal correspondence, once hidden, has the power to influence both historical scholarship and contemporary understanding of the institution. With historical parallels in mind, attention now turns to the palace's official response, or lack thereof. Section 7 examines Buckingham Palace's silence, the strategic reasons behind it, and how internal discretion influences both staff behavior and public speculation. Understanding the palace's approach to managing sensitive archival discoveries provides insight into how such moments are handled, and why official statements are often delayed or carefully framed in these high-stakes situations. Palace response. Buckingham Palace has not issued any formal comment regarding the discovery of the decades-old letter, a response insiders describe as typical for highly sensitive archival findings. According to trending reports on Facebook and other royal news outlets, the lack of official statement is being interpreted as internal review or damage control. Historically, the palace speaks publicly on sensitive matters only when absolutely necessary, emphasizing discretion and the protection of the monarchy's reputation. This palace hush mode is a hallmark of handling potentially explosive material. The silence has fueled widespread speculation. Observers note that withholding comment allows staff and advisors to assess implications, determine next steps, and manage internal communications before the story reaches the broader public. It also prevents misinterpretation, rumor escalation, or premature media conclusions. In past instances, such as the release of the palace letters, premature commentary often exacerbated tensions and misinformed public understanding. By remaining quiet, the palace maintains control over the narrative, ensuring that any future disclosures or official statements are carefully timed and contextualized. Palace historians and insiders suggest that this approach reflects a strategic balance between transparency and stability. The letter, while undisclosed, has already sparked internal discussions about potential ramifications for family dynamics, institutional legacy, and public perception. Officials are reportedly evaluating whether the document should remain sealed, be partially disclosed, or eventually released. This internal deliberation is emblematic of the monarchy's broader philosophy, prioritizing institutional cohesion and reputation over immediate public reaction. Finally, the official silence also underscores the enduring intrigue surrounding royal archives. The absence of comment has amplified global curiosity, with media outlets and historians speculating on the letter's contents and significance. While the palace remains tight-lipped, the story continues to gain momentum online and in academic circles. Observers argue that this strategy of silence is both protective and tactical, ensuring that the monarchy can navigate potential fallout carefully, preserving authority and managing historical narratives until a controlled disclosure is deemed appropriate. With Buckingham Palace maintaining official silence, attention turns to how historians and experts are interpreting the potential implications of the letter. In Section 8, we explore the academic perspective, including how sealed correspondence can reshape royal narratives, influence historical interpretation, and prompt re-evaluation of key events. Understanding scholarly analysis provides context for why such discoveries are considered significant beyond immediate palace circles, and how they can impact both history and public perception. Historians weigh in on the implications. Royal historians and academic experts are closely monitoring the discovery of the long-buried letter, noting its potential to reshape historical understanding of the monarchy. Scholars point out that sealed correspondence often contains candid insights, personal reflections, or strategic instructions that differ from the official narrative presented to the public. If the newly unearthed letter includes such material, it could prompt a re-evaluation of key events, decisions, and relationships within the royal family over the past decades. Experts emphasize that historical interpretation relies heavily on primary sources, and a letter of this nature could alter long-held assumptions about royal motivations, internal power dynamics, or institutional priorities. Similar cases, like the release of the palace letters, revealed behind-the-scenes discussions that reframed both the Queen's role in political decisions and broader palace operations. Scholars suggest that even limited access to excerpts of the letter could influence academic discourse, leading to new publications, analyses, and debates on the monarchy's history and governance. Academics also note that the discovery reinforces the importance of transparency and archival access in understanding monarchy operations. A document like this can illuminate personal and institutional dynamics, offering context to previously ambiguous events or decisions. Researchers are already discussing potential legal avenues to petition for its disclosure, emphasizing that understanding the monarchy's historical record depends on evaluating these private yet historically significant communications. The letter, therefore, is not merely a curiosity. It could become a critical source for shaping the historical narrative of the British royal family. Finally, historians highlight the broader implications for both scholarship and public perception. If the letter contains revelations that challenge or confirm existing assumptions, it could influence how the monarchy is studied and understood for generations. Academics caution that the document's discovery alone demonstrates how archival research continues to uncover layers of complexity within royal history, emphasizing that history is dynamic, subject to reinterpretation, and influenced by the careful preservation or accidental discovery of private correspondence. With scholars weighing in on the letter's potential impact, attention turns to the future implications for the monarchy and public perception. Section 9 examines how the discovery could influence archival transparency, shape internal royal policies, and affect the broader understanding of the Crown's legacy. This context highlights why a single sealed document, even if never fully disclosed, can serve as a catalyst for institutional reflection, public debate, and historical reassessment. What the letter means for the future. The discovery of the long-buried royal letter has immediate and potential long-term implications for the monarchy. Insiders suggest that it may redefine how the royal family approaches transparency and archival management. The resurfacing of a document intended to remain hidden highlights the delicate balance between secrecy and accountability, emphasizing the monarchy's ongoing need to carefully manage sensitive historical records. Scholars and royal commentators alike suggest that how this situation unfolds could influence both public trust and institutional reputation. Beyond immediate internal considerations, the letter sets a precedent for future archival exploration and potential revelations. Archivists, historians, and palace staff may be prompted to re-evaluate other sealed documents, considering both historical significance and potential impact on contemporary perception. Analysts note that this discovery reinforces the importance of proactive strategies for handling sensitive materials, ensuring that institutional stability is maintained while addressing curiosity from scholars and the public. The mere existence of the letter has already sparked conversations about long-standing royal protocols and how historical transparency should be balanced with privacy. The potential impact extends to future rulers as well. As senior members of the royal family observe the consequences of the letter's discovery, it may influence decision-making regarding archival practices, communication strategies, and institutional governance. Observers suggest that public exposure, or even speculation, about the letter's contents could guide how the monarchy handles similar situations, shaping policies for decades to come. In this sense, the letter serves as both a historical artifact and a strategic touchstone for future leadership decisions. Finally, even without public disclosure, the letter's discovery is a powerful reminder of the ever-evolving nature of royal history. Hidden documents have the ability to alter narratives, influence public debate, and prompt institutional reflection. For the monarchy, this moment underscores that history buried once can always resurface, affecting not only the interpretation of past events, but also the strategic management of the royal institution moving forward. The letter may ultimately mark a turning point in how both historians and palace insiders approach secrecy, legacy, and the enduring impact of private correspondence. With the potential future implications established, the final section focuses on the current status of the letter and the unfolding story. Section 10 examines why it remains sealed, the anticipation surrounding its possible release, and how its mere existence is already shaping discussions within and outside the palace. This perspective illustrates the enduring power of long-hidden documents to influence both historical narratives and contemporary royal dynamics. The letter remains sealed. For now, the decades-old royal letter remains sealed, preserving the mystery that has captivated both palace insiders and the public. Its current status is a testament to the enduring power of private correspondence in royal history. Even unseen, such documents shape conversations, speculation, and institutional attention. Staff and advisors are reportedly treating the discovery with extreme caution, understanding that any premature disclosure could have far-reaching implications for family dynamics, historical narratives, and public perception. Despite remaining unopened, the letter's existence is already influencing discourse inside the palace. Courtiers and senior staff are reportedly discussing potential scenarios, contingency plans, and messaging strategies, highlighting how a single document can trigger organizational recalibration. Observers note that these internal discussions underscore the monarchy's awareness that historical records, once revealed, can significantly affect both legacy and operational dynamics. The story of the letter has begun even before it is physically accessed, demonstrating the symbolic weight of archival discoveries. Outside the palace, speculation has intensified. Royal watchers, historians, and media commentators are analyzing the implications, theorizing about its contents, and debating potential historical significance. Whether it contains sensitive family information, hidden directives, or insights into past disputes, the anticipation alone has reignited global fascination with the monarchy's private history. Online discussions highlight how archival finds, even when sealed, can influence public narratives, historical scholarship, and popular imagination alike. Ultimately, this letter exemplifies a broader truth about royal archives. History buried once can always resurface. Its mere discovery has triggered a story that is already unfolding, affecting institutional procedures, academic analysis, and public curiosity. While its physical contents remain hidden, the letter has become a focal point for understanding the interplay between secrecy, transparency, and legacy within the monarchy. For historians, insiders, and royal watchers alike, this is a reminder that the past is never entirely closed, and even long-forgotten documents can shape the present and future understanding of the crown. The letter remains sealed, yet its discovery has already sent shockwaves through palace staff and historians. Royal watchers are closely monitoring the situation, anticipating whether its contents will be disclosed, leaked, or permanently suppressed, knowing that even unseen, it could have lasting effects on royal legacy, history, and public perception.